YouTube? Is our audio going out?
Yeah.
Send out the audio. You know what?
It's going out.
All right. No, I'm supposed to say it's like a party. You just start it up. There's Jose. Jose's listening. Hey, on the.
Nice.
Hey,
Welcome, Jose.
Yeah. He just joined. So Marcus Baskerville with us today from Weathered Souls. Jose. Everybody say hi. Everybody say hi. Okay, I'm gonna minimize that. I think we're good there.
We're not live on YouTube.
Hey, are we not?
No, we are now.
Are we? What about Periscope?
I don't know. It's taking forever to go live on Periscope.
No. What about Facebook?
Oh, no, not yet.
No? What is that? What am I looking at there?
Where? Here?
On your screen.
That's the Facebook.
No. Okay.
The Facebooks.
Oh, are we live there?
No,
Or you just haven't hit go live yet?
No.
You're waiting.
Go live. We'll go
Okay.
live.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. This is behind the. I'm gonna Jose. I'm gonna pull up the chat on the auto set. If you have any questions for Marcus, send them along, and we'll ask them.
Check.
You good? You sound good. That sounds good over there.
I mean, good as I ever am.
Marcus, what are y'all doing at the brewery today? Are y'all doing any brewing or anything fun like that?
Yeah, so because of my poor production planning, we are brewing today.
Yeah. What are y'all brewing?
Dale, our Mexican lager.
Oh yeah. You know what? I've seen people doing Mexican lagers, and I think it's brilliant because
Yeah. Being in San Antonio, it's Dos Equis town, so
yeah.
Mexican lagers tend to do very well out here.
Yeah, and it's just a great style. I don't know if it's just in our DNA now. Yeah, we've had growing up eating tacos and drinking Dos Equis and stuff, but I don't know of a better pairing at all. So,
All right, we're ready.
are we ready?
Yeah. Anytime.
All right, we're just gonna do this. The little Stewed Productions open then. Is that cool? Do you have a graphic? I know you don't.
Do
We need to make one.
you want me to stop everything right now and make one?
No. Let's just start.
Okay.
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
All right, no sense in
Oh yeah.
mashing about with intros. We're just doing it. Just bring it up.
Oh,
Fade it up.
No slow fade.
No slow fade. Huh?
You're also messing up too.
What?
You have my mic on already.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
The party started. Everybody come on in. Doors open. Make yourself at home. Don't even worry about knocking. Everybody come on in. Marcus is here, everybody. Say hi, everybody, to Marcus. Marcus Baskerville from Weathered Souls in San Antonio is joining us today. If you were listening on the audio stream, you've already been a part of this conversation. If you're on Facebook and or YouTube and or Periscope/Twitter, well, welcome. And thank you for joining us. Marcus, how are things today?
Not bad. I just turned 34 today.
Yeah,
so
everybody say happy birthday to Marcus. It's his birth. 34. Congratulations on.
You're still a baby.
I feel old.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You got any big plans for your birthday?
No, actually I don't. Most likely I'll probably just go to dinner with the fiance. My bar manager, she plays slash nanny too, so she's gonna take care of the baby and then probably go have a couple old fashions or something somewhere.
There you go. Actually, when you said slash nanny, I thought, oh, she puts on the wig and the hat and plays guitar while she's taking care. So like slash, not slash the nanny. Although new sitcom coming your way this fall. Slash Guns N' Roses slash is the nanny. Anyway, anyone no? Kennedy no doesn't. Would you watch that show? Slash the nanny?
Yes. It's the guitar player of Guns N' Roses being the nanny.
Yeah, it writes itself, right? Hijinks ensue. He just plays guitar and smokes cigarettes. This little kid, changing diapers and running around. It's there you go on ABC this fall. Okay, never mind. Sorry, Marcus.
Crickets.
Not the first time we've had crickets on the show. All right, so birthday today, brewing. Did we say that on the live stream that you were brewing today? I think we did. I don't remember now. I'm all confused. But your Mexican lager.
Yeah, brewing up the Mexican lager, putting in a 40-barrel batch today.
Okay. When did y'all introduce that beer?
That was one of our core beers that we started when we opened.
Okay.
So taproom wise, it's actually outside sales wise, is probably one of the most popular beers that we have. So generally, we have to keep that on tap.
Okay. How long have y'all been open?
We've been open. We celebrated our 2-year anniversary this past November.
Okay. And y'all had that one right out of the gate. So I think that to my recollection, I don't know of anybody else that's got had a Mexican lager that it's like starting to become a bit of a trend now here in Houston, the Houston area. But
so we just introduced a American lager about 2 weeks ago too. So we're going to generally try to keep 2 on tap at this point.
Okay, no, that's cool. I dig it because that's we're in this the crazy New England IPA and way over the top pastry stouts on one end of the spectrum, but I think we're about to get into some of that, right? Didn't you bring some today?
I'm wondering if that's why you brought it up, because they're sitting on our table.
No, well, yeah, we'll get into that in just a second, because I saw Marcus take a sip of his beer, too, and it didn't look like a Mexican lager. It looked a little, okay.
It's a little dark.
Yeah. But, yes, I think the craft brewers can come in and kick ass on the other side of the spectrum when you're talking about Mexican lagers and American lagers and things like that. Like, for so long, craft brewers were like, we can't, that's a style that the macro guys do, but we can come in and do it better. Or you guys could. I say we. I'm just putting myself as a brewer. I'm not a brewer, but I'm at the party. I'm with those guys. When you brew a style like that, is it? I hear all the time that it's more difficult. What goes into brewing a Mexican lager, other than grain?
So generally, it can be a little tedious. Dealing with the mash, your temperatures need to be specific to what you're doing. Some people do decoction mashes for theirs. Typically, we don't. Ours is a straight, about 75-minute mash that we do at a low temperature, lower mash temperature than normal. But really, what the process lies is in the fermentation process. So typically, these beers take anywhere from 5 to 6 weeks to ferment out. And so a lot of breweries don't have the capacity to be able to let a beer sit for 6 weeks, right? That's 3 more beers that you could have got out within that 6-week time frame. But going in, we kind of knew that eventually we would want to expand and distribute. So we bought fermenters specifically for being able to brew larger batches.
Okay. No, good play. Like the grain bill on a Mexican lager, is there corn? Like, is that per style?
Yes, so ours is corn. It's actually pretty simple recipe.
Hold on, sorry.
Sorry, Kennedy's trouble with buttons. Okay, all good. Okay, sorry. So
it's actually a pretty simple recipe. It's about a lot of Vienna. So the backstory of a Mexican lager is actually a German lager, Vienna lager, right? Then they traveled over to Mexico, and they decided that they actually liked the beer, and that's when it became a Mexican lager.
Yeah.
So the typical background of it is a Vienna lager, Vienna malt, Pilsner malt, a little crystal, and then some flake corn.
Okay, all right. What's the ABV on yours?
Ours is about 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Our American lager is about 4.5.
Okay. No, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's a liquid lunch. Perfect lunchtime beer. A couple tacos. Something.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now I have to ask. Should I do the intro yet? Or are you busy?
1 second.
Okay. I'll.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. So I saw Marcus. I saw you take a sip. That brings us to our segment.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
All right, Marcus. What are you drinking?
I'm currently drinking double barrel aged slipback. Ooh. So this was a beer that was aged in 2 different type of bourbon barrels, and then hit with about 2.5 pounds of vanilla beans per barrel.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah. When was it? When was that?
We released this our anniversary.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And how long was it in the barrel?
So it sat about 7.5 months in Buffalo Trace barrels, and about 3.5 months in ex whiskey vanilla bean barrels, vanilla extract barrels.
Really? So barrel aged vanilla extract.
Yep. So what they do is they take once a beer was aged, for instance, or whiskey was aged in a barrel, they'll take it, give it to whoever produces vanilla extract. They'll age their vanilla extract in it, and then they'll go ahead and sell the barrel from there. So we ended up with a couple of those.
That I want to go to that factory or where that facility, wherever that's at. Like, I just want,
It probably smells amazing, right?
right? So you got bourbon, you got oak, you got vanilla, and then you guys get a hold of it, and then you put your beer in it. Oh man,
Yep.
that's a little slice of heaven right there. Hey, well, tell me about that beer as you sip on it.
So this is about 14.7%. It's a milk stout, so it's not as viscous as some of our other previous beers that we've released in the past. A little bit lighter, but it still has a nice body to it. You do get a little heat from the barrels on it, but the most of the back end is marshmallow, vanilla, a little bit of oak, a little bit of alcohol burn. But it's pretty well balanced. Our whole thing is about balance.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. What Kennedy, you brought beers in today, and it was
I did.
it was not.
Go on.
We didn't coordinate. I just happened to. This T-shirt was clean. My Ingenious Brewing T-shirt was clean.
Oh.
That's why it was.
So-
that's why. But you brought Ingenious Brewing.
Nice. Those are the homies.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. We actually have a collab with Ingenious coming out next month.
Really?
Oh.
We did none of this was planned. This is just
No.
is divine intervention.
Yeah.
What can y'all have? You've already brewed it. It's coming out next week or next month.
So basically, we have, so I guess exclusive, right? We haven't announced this yet, but we're going to be doing a "Don't Mess with Texas" series.
Oh, cool.
So what we're going to be doing is bringing in like a lot of different breweries from different cities in Texas, and then doing collabs with them. Most of them are probably going to be stouts, of course. So this first run, we brought in Ingenious, so we're releasing a imperial stout with toasted pecans, homemade vegan caramel, and brownie batter. Then we also did a collab with Turning Point. We're releasing imperial vanilla beans and cacao nibs, and then we did one with Red Horn in Cedar Park.
Yeah.
And that one features some of Red Horn's cold brew, some of their steeped coffee, and then we did Heath pieces. So toffee and chocolate. So those will be releasing in bottle format, all three of them at once, probably the end of February.
Yeah. That sounds like it might not be out for Valentine's Day, but those will be some romantic nights. Get a hold of some of those bottles.
Yeah, I was shooting for February-ish, Valentine's Day, but then those stouts, sometimes they take a little long to
No, it's
out, especially when you go with the thicker, viscous ones.
yeah, no, that's it's worth the wait, And sometimes, Valentine's Day is one of those things. It's like it comes up, it's got the date, and it's like, well, I'm working, or it's the middle of the week, or whatever, And sometimes you got to let that the romantic. You got to let all the pieces fall into place. It's worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah, the baby.
Can't rush anything.
Yeah,
so
you gotta get
ready. We'll get them together, and it'll probably be the end of February. So it'll be a fun little series we'll do. We'll start bringing in some other breweries throughout the year in Texas, and hopefully it becomes a little thing.
Okay. No. I hope it becomes a big thing. It's a big thing for me. I'm going to be paying attention for sure now. That's fun. I love collaborations. There seems to be more of that. I think we've had over the last few years breweries opening up and kind of getting their feet underneath them, and now I think there's enough people. Everybody's kind of like, all right, we're all moved in, we're all good. We kind of got our, where we're needing to be personally. Let's start hanging out with the neighbors now, and so everybody's starting to do. We've got this.
Exactly. And it's always nice to meet new people, learn processes, learn different things that people are doing at their brewery versus what you're doing, implement different things that you might not have known. So it always works itself out. So it was pretty nice getting to get in with a couple of breweries from different cities and kind of seeing what they're doing in their own home turf front.
Yeah, that's why I love doing Liquid Lunch so much, because we get to talk to people outside with Interbrews, with my podcast Interbrews. It's Houston all day, every day, and then with Liquid Lunch I get to see what else is going on in Texas. There's so much amazing beer and so many awesome people, So I love it, and I don't know, there's a lot going on in Houston, there's a lot going on in San Antonio, but you bring them together. It's going to be something new in Magic. So that's
Exactly.
I love it. Same thing with Austin. We'll even let Dallas be a part of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, Kennedy. We
got distracted.
that's fine. It's fine.
We always do.
We got plenty of time.
Yeah. So I have the ingenious. Is it better on this side? Yeah. PB&J wheat.
Okay.
Oh, I had this at the brewery a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And it is like a liquid peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Well, break it open, man. It's lunchtime.
Well, I am. But I'm showing you what else we got first.
We're just gonna let's do all the intros now before we get too distracted.
So then I also have Ingenious now cans. They've got a few selections in cans, so I got one of them. I got a 4-pack of this. Mm-hmm. It's the Made in Texas Juicy New England IPA.
Got a couple of those at home myself.
Yeah, these are pretty good too. And then to top it off, we have. I doubt we'll get to these though. Got a little Dublin Me Luck.
From 11 Below.
Yeah, can you do an Irish accent?
Can I?
Yeah. I can't.
No,
I can't do accents at all.
If it's
I'm terrible at them too.
If it's an Irish person from Arkansas, yeah.
Irish Red Ale, 11 Below.
That's a super drinkable beer. So that's.
Oh, I got really close to the camera there.
There you go. That's all right.
No one wanted to see that. All right, so let's do this.
Okay, yeah. Open it up, and then we'll give commentary. Okay. All right there.
Yeah, I'm good.
We need to get you one of those little grabbers with the dinosaur.
No, what we really need is an assistant.
No, we can't afford that.
I was just about to say that. You guys need somebody to be there to give a little commentary and pour your guys' drinks for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll put it.
We could use about 4 more people, actually.
Yeah, if you're looking to get into streaming beer, video, and audio shows, and not a huge fan of money, give us
Look,
give us a shout.
I will pay somebody double my salary if they want to help. They have a Thursday off and they want to help us out. I will pay you literally double what I make.
Okay. Anyway. Okay, Marcus, I need to ask you about your background and all that good stuff. Today is your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Where were you birthed? Where did it all start?
I am originally from Rancho Cordova, California. So pretty much Sacramento.
Okay.
Yep. So I've been in San Antonio for the last 6 years. June will be 6 years this year.
Okay.
So I used to be in banking, actually. I used to be a fraud manager for Citibank, and I took a promotion out here when I moved. So from there, you live an unhappy life in that type of field of work, especially when you have 20 plus employees and all they do is complain, and you're in that corporate world, and it was miserable.
Yeah.
So in the process of that, I used to find most of my joy in home brewing at home. I started home brewing based out of competition with my brother. We're a very competitive family.
Yeah.
I'm very competitive anyway. And so my brother did a Mr. Beer kit. It didn't come out that great. So it was one of those things like, I could brew better beer than you. So we started brewing together. Did a couple beers back when I was in Sacramento. They didn't come out that great. Well, when I moved here, I ended up getting in a car accident my first week moving here because Texas drivers, right?
Yeah. Say no more.
Yeah. So I ended up getting in a car accident, didn't have a car, so I invested some money that I did have in brewing equipment because I knew I was going to have a car for a month or two. So in the process of that, went ahead, purchased some equipment, and started brewing a little more. Started bringing home brews to like some local breweries, some local bars, stuff like that. So when people started actually getting interested in what I was brewing, that's when I was like, maybe I'll try to, see if I can find like a part-time job at a brewery, start learning a little bit more, get a little deeper into it. So at that point, I had got a job at another local brewery, worked there as an assistant brewer for about a year. And at that point, it was like one of those situations where you didn't really get to explore, right? Mm-hmm. You didn't get to do your own beer, recipes, different things like that. You're brewing somebody else's beer, and you're not really happy because it's not that their beer is bad or anything, but it's not what you want to brew, right?
Right.
So at that point, I ended up meeting my business partner. He was an investor at the same location. And one day we were at a bar. There used to be this bar in San Antonio called Missions Untapped. And I looked at him, and we were kind of tipsy. And hey, when are we gonna open a brewery? Oh, I've been waiting for you to ask me that. And then it was just kind of history after that. We just went from a little bit of planning from there. I ended up quitting the job that I was working at, and then we went full blown from there. So it took us about a little over a year to get open. But yeah, here we are now.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. I mean, I'm sorry you lost your car, but I'm glad it led to this.
Yeah, definitely. God works in mysterious ways.
Yes,
Yeah, things worked out for the better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is your brother? Is he still out in California?
Yeah, my entire family is in California.
So, is it safe to say that you beat your brother in the brewing contest?
Oh, he gave that competition up a long time ago.
Is he into craft beer? Because
yeah. So he's actually the one that got me into craft beer.
Okay.
So being from California, it's very prevalent out there. Sierra Nevadas, Russian Rivers, Firestones, different things like that. So we started drinking pretty early in the craft beer scene, for me anyway. I started drinking craft beer about 21, 22. So I'm 34 now.
Yeah.
First introduction was like a Sierra Nevada, Pale Ale, different little things like that. And then we used to go to a local pizza spot, which was Pete's Pizza. And to discover years after we stopped drinking there, their house brews were actually done by Firestone.
Okay.
So, we were drinking it pretty early. And then from there, kind of just expanded, went from IPAs. And what's crazy is, we're big on stouts now, but originally I hated stouts. I hated porters, couldn't drink dark beer. First IPA, I felt like my mouth was on fire.
Yeah.
That type of thing. So it's just developing your palate and different things from there. But yeah, Californians definitely had a large influence on craft beer and the things that we're doing now.
Yeah. Very cool.
Marcus, you're getting a lot of birthday wishes on the Facebooks.
I'll tell everybody I said thank you. That's why I was laughing. Somebody actually was just telling me happy birthday through the window.
It's my wife just passed. We have a window here, and she just passed by, and it's a little dangerous doing a show where you're having to concentrate. Now that I'm just breaking the whole fourth wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you gotta stay focused.
Yeah.
Distractions all the time. People see you drinking beer and they're like, "What are y'all doing? I'm trying to do a show, man." No,
Drink beer.
Just grab a beer. Just come on. Be a part of it.
What do you think about this PB&J wheat?
Well, it smells like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
That it's uncanny. It's like I'm
Well,
glad.
it actually did come in a can.
Huh? Oh, right.
It's not uncanny. It came in a can.
You get the ding for the first dad joke of the day. It's.
Thank you.
I'm guessing it's supposed to be grape jelly. Did they put grapes in this? Or the actual grape jelly? What did they put in here? Do we have any information?
I don't have any information. I should have done my homework.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Okay, new rule from now on. If you bring a beer to the show, you got to give the background on it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
I thought I was drinking a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
It does. It tastes like but not like it tastes like on good whole wheat bread, like good 7 grain bread or whatever.
Yeah.
It's got like that. You don't want to like Wonder Bread. Like when we were growing up, that's what you had, and it like stuck to the roof of your mouth. But no,
sounds good. I might have to text Justin and tell him to send me one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's yeah, seriously, it's just that's like what it is. Okay, so it's like when you pack your lunch and you make the peanut butter and jellies get better throughout the day.
Yeah, when the bread gets a little soggy.
That's why you got to go with like a bread with substance, like a wheat, 7 grain. You know
No, I like it when the bread gets a little soggy.
You don't want it soggy.
Not
you want it
too
to
soggy, but-
meld, right?
Yeah.
You want it to like a little mush, especially like if you put your
And you got the potato chips in the middle.
in the middle of the sandwich.
Yes.
On your PB&J?
Yes.
I've seen
That is the best thing ever. If you have ever put chips in your PB&J sandwich, you need to try it.
I put chips in almost all my sandwiches, just not PB&J.
Makes sense.
Right.
I mean, I always do.
I'm going to try it.
Saltiness and sweetness, it works.
Are you talking just like Lay's, original Lay's or something?
Lay's are the ones that had the little ripples in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Ruffles?
Ruffles.
Ruffles.
With the
There you go.
ridges.
Yeah.
That's the ones you got to put in there, the Ruffles.
Man.
The regular salted Ruffles.
Okay.
Doritos in a ham and cheese sandwich is
That
the
used to
best.
be a delicacy as a child.
Yeah.
That is the
What
best.
kind of Doritos?
Regular Doritos.
What you mean, like the nacho cheese?
Yeah, nacho cheese Doritos.
Yeah, they used to make just the regular like corn chip Doritos.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, well, ugh.
Well, they were just like then Tostitos came along. Big chip came along and big tortilla chip. Put them out of I don't know how that works. Anyway, but no, this I'm really curious as to what's in here. Yeah, I wish we had a little more info. Like it's like grape jelly, but it's like that aroma of when you open the bag or your lunch box at lunch after you made your peanut butter and jelly, like in that morning before breakfast, before you ran out the door because you're gonna be late. Yeah, that's what that. I wonder how would you get potato chip flavor in a beer? Throw some potatoes.
Well,
in
we
it?
have a brewer here.
Yeah, could you do how would you get the potato chip element into this beer, Marcus? If you had,
You might be able to add it during the mash, maybe.
okay. I don't know. Maybe Randall it through some like crunched up Ruffles or something.
Yeah, maybe add a little salt secondary or something like.
The salt.
Ooh,
Salt.
the rim.
Salty beer.
Crush up the Ruffles and do the rim and potato like you would
Yeah.
like a margarita.
Garnish it, yeah.
Yeah.
With some Ruffles.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then chase it with a cupcake or something.
So
Huh?
PB&Js. Somebody's asking this.
Yeah,
Do you toast them or not?
Marcus, why don't you go first?
To toast or not to toast on a PB&J?
No, I don't think I've ever toasted a PB&J.
As a okay?
Ham and cheese sandwich, turkey cheese sandwich. Yeah, not my PB&J.
If I'm doing a PB&J, like if you look in the, you don't have any bread and all you have like I've done bagels, and if you toast the bagel, now I'll tell you what really works well: peanut butter and banana on a bagel, on a toasted bagel, with a little honey on there. That's pretty good. It's not, I don't do it every day. It's not my go-to. I don't typically toast. I'm going to say something controversial here.
Uh-oh.
Peanut butter and banana superior to peanut butter and jelly.
I've heard that, but I don't agree.
No.
I can't even eat a whole banana until I was probably 27.
You're just not that hungry, or
Doesn't like... Some
It's
people
not
don't
a fan of banana.
Some people are weirded out by bananas. Like they can't take the texture of bananas. I've run into a lot of those.
If it's not like if it's a ripe banana, like it's almost at the end of life, or it has any of those black spots or anything like that.
yeah,
Can't.
can't do it.
Can't.
So Ozzy's a big fan of PB&J with bananas.
I don't.
So you got the jelly and the bananas.
Okay.
Oh, toasted PB&J with bananas.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Now the peanut butter and bananas, you toast that for sure. It's better toasted, in my opinion. Peanut butter, bananas,
Just depends.
toasted.
Yeah, I like it. I was surprised at how good the bagel was because the bagels are chewy. It's just good. It's good. I think. Okay, hold on. Crunchy or creamy peanut butter?
Oh, I can't repeat what somebody just put on there.
That's the internet.
Yeah, I go crunchy.
Thank you. Yes, that is correct. Crunchy is correct. Kenny, you were distracted. Crunchy or creamy?
Crunchy.
You waffled there.
As a man, I don't particularly want anything creamy, so I got to go with the crunch.
Crunchy's better for
Yes.
sure.
Yes. Okay. What did somebody say that was so controversial? You can't.
They asked if we ever had a P and BJ.
P and
P and BJ instead of
Peanut-
PB and J.
P and butter
BJ.
jam, like buttered jelly.
No, I don't think you're
No,
getting
I
this.
understand. Seems kind of juvenile. We're all 34 and over here. We don't.
Thanks, Brock McRock.
Yeah, we don't. No. Anyway, but no, I enjoy this beer. This is it's like a throwback. It's like seriously like
I like it a lot.
midday elementary school for sure.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Actually, I'm not gonna even lie. I do like if we have peanut butter and jellies, I'll take those to work. I throw the bread in there now and make them at work because I don't have enough time to make them before I get.
Yeah, I actually had a PB&J this week. Like I try to eat a little healthier, so I don't really eat a lot of PB&Js. But I had one this Sunday. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. No, they're good. They're good.
It was so good.
I have to eat like 3 of them though. Marcus, you're because you're drinking the your big stout there, but what's your wheelhouse? Like, do you have are you all over the board as far as styles go, and enjoyment?
Yeah, typically, well, first and foremost, I'm an IPA guy, right?
Yeah.
Northern California, born and raised. I love my IPAs, especially of the West Coast variety. I can drink those all day long. Then from there, probably stouts. I've been getting a lot more into Pilsners and lagers lately. Typically just because I'm kind of just over the whole adjunct thing for my own personal palate anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of falling back towards the regular spectrum of beer. So, yeah, a lot of Pilsners, a lot of lagers, different things like that, yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching, the discourse on social media when it comes to, because we are in an interesting time.
Wrong camera.
That's fine. I thought you were about to say something really profound there.
No. Wrong button.
Where it's an interesting time. You got breweries like Ingenious, and then the collaboration y'all are going to be doing, and B52, and there's, there's no limits anymore to what can be put in a beer, and it's all very, very interesting. But I think it's like watching movies. Like if you watch a super violent movie, like a Quentin Tarantino, something like that, you can only watch so many then you need to, you want to dial it back to,
exactly.
And it's not that it's got to be one or the other. I see all this just like, is this gone too far? Are we doing this too much or whatever? It's like, no, it's just, grab a Pilsner and reset the palate every once in a while, or, Pilsners are one of the best styles. They're awesome.
Yeah, I need to brew one of those soon. We did a collaboration with Freetail last year, beginning of last year sometime. Mm-hmm. We did a dry hop Pilsner. I need to do another one.
Yeah, no, they're great. And then, IPAs, I've been really digging on IPAs lately. I don't know if it's the cooler weather or something. Just like wake up craving. Like I want something super hoppy.
A good crushable IPA is always nice.
Yes. I was talking about this I had a spruce tip beer last weekend. It was cooler. And it was one from Dogfish Head, and it was a malty pale ale with these fresh spruce tips, and like fresh spruce tips they're sweet, and it was really, really, it was good, like that piney. I don't know, with the cold and everything, it was really good. But I don't think I want to drink that in the middle of the summer for sure. And I don't know, you just got to go back. I just follow your palate. I don't think there has to be this big debate on what's appropriate and what's not. It's just like dig in there and get something good. Whatever you're.
Yeah, like I know last night I had a IPA by Turning Point. I don't remember the name of it, but it was their single hop with the Idaho 7. Mm-hmm. It was amazing.
Yeah, Idaho has a lot of good hops up there.
After drinking that, I had to go order me some Idaho 7. So it was pretty. Yeah.
What's the taste profile on Idaho 7?
Idaho 7 is pretty fruity. A lot of fruity characteristics, tropical characteristics. Had a little tiny bit of dank to it, which is always nice. So I'm interested to kind of see what, we just ordered some Nelson not too long ago, so maybe work with the both of them on an IPA, double IPA maybe.
Yeah. No, man, there's so many hops out there. Like, I don't know how many varieties are. 100? Like over 100? Are there 200?
There's a lot of varieties for sure.
Yeah, and new ones coming out all the time. And I was talking to Huggy Bear earlier this week for the podcast. And do you know Huggy Bear? James Wolfe?
Who?
Huggy Bear.
No.
No? Used to be at No Label, then Southern Star. Now they're opening their own local group brewing.
I know Huggy. Yeah.
Yeah, you know Huggy Bear. Yeah. Anyway, he was saying not only do you have hops that have certain flavors, but then when they meld or play with other hops, it becomes something totally different. So you not only have just the single hop, then you have the combination of two hops and how they work together and that sort of thing. And so, anyway.
All right. So I'm going to do this.
You're going to do what?
A viewer just asked for let's see. Kevin Dreyer's asking for a live chug.
A live chug?
It would be Kevin.
Who's going to do the chug?
Are we all going to do the chug?
A chug?
Or do you want me to? I'll do the chug.
Let me get one of my staff members to get me a full beer, and I'm down for a chug.
All right. Well, we're doing a chug just for you, Kevin.
Oh man, is this? I think this is the first.
This is the first time.
First live chug that we've done.
Yeah, like that.
I don't feel like I've got that much beer to.
Well, I don't have that much either.
It's
I kind of feel bad about chugging this PB&J wheat because it's really good. But
I'm not gonna chug any stouts, but I'll get
you don't want to chug that 14% stout.
2 pints of a Duel in the Sun. Yes,
beer, what we want.
The Duel in the Sun.
That's gotta be nice.
The chug's coming.
When you own the brewery, it's like.
I think one of my sales managers watching it live because she came in here and like, "Do you need a beer?"
that is pretty awesome.
So I say you guys need an assistant. It works out.
Seriously, yeah. Well, we've got our
big time.
I've got my almost built Keezer over there.
Yeah.
Just
okay. If you guys notice the beard in the background, we have JD from Eastland Street sitting back here too.
Hey man.
Oh, have him jump on and say hi.
Or wave.
Wave. Say
How's
hi.
it going?
Say hi.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna do this. This is just for you, Kevin.
Are we all doing this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ready?
Right.
That's
No.
it.
I needed a discount on my next set of labels for this chug.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's do it.
All
right.
I'll commentate while y'all do go, and I'll chug when you're done. Cause go for it. And that's pretty good. Oh, and he's tilting back.
Wow.
He's got good flow.
That is impressive.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Feel free to belch.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
No, I didn't.
Form.
I mean, mine was kind of easy. I didn't have a full beer.
No, I don't either. I feel like do I even need to chug, or does it?
Yes. Finish that beer.
We'll talk while I do it. You can't just sit there and.
All right. We'll talk. We have a viewer question for you, Marcus.
All right.
From Mickey Perry. He's asking if, in your opinion, what'll be the next big thing in beer, or like will NEPAs still continue, or is there something?
I think it's going to probably end up being some type of lager or dry hop pilsner. Typically craft beer kind of works in cycles. So you notice that a lot of people, like we were talking about earlier, sometimes they need to reset their palates. And I think, people are going to start getting tired of these overly sweet beers or some of these like overly dry hop beers and different things like that. And they're going to kind of want to dial it back down and head back towards a more normalized style. So I want to say lagers and dry hop pilsners are probably going to end up being the next big thing.
I don't know if I've had a dry hop pilsner.
Oh, they're delicious.
This sounds good.
Now I got to rack my brain and think about who's put one out.
They sound delicious.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me think about that for a second. Pilsners. Do you have a pilsner that, like maybe a Texas-made pilsner that you point to and you're like, that's damn good? If you had to recommend one to somebody.
The best pilsner I had was that slow pour in Denver, Colorado by Bierstadt.
Okay.
That is the most probably amazing pilsner that I've ever had.
Okay. Do you prefer like German or Czech or?
Probably more along the German line. Okay. And then, hopefully American pilsners kind of pick up. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Who put out it was Blue Testament from
I was just
Back
about
Pew,
to say that
American Pilsner.
I love that pilsner.
With the blue corn.
Yeah.
A little bit of that in there. Yeah, that was a good one. There's a lot of good ones out there. Hans Pils from Real Ale. That's a good one. Anyway, it's not a Pilsner show. Dry hop Pilsner. I don't know who's dry hop. I'm gonna think about that. Kennedy, what style would you like to see trend upward? Do you have one that you do a lot of? You get to do a lot more weekend brewery visits and things like that. What are people saying? What are the crowds saying?
I don't know. Everyone's still into the NEPAs.
Yeah.
Big time. The hazy beers.
Yeah,
but that may be a Houston thing.
I don't know. Are they as big as in San Antonio as they are here, Marcus?
Well, there's not too many breweries brewing hazy beers here. San Antonio, they're a little more traditional to the style, I guess you want to say. Mm-hmm. There was actually a lot of clap back towards the hazy style when we were first opening. A lot of people didn't really want to take to the hazy beers. It's kind of gotten better now at this point. Like you have Isla Street brewing hazies, Kunstler brewing hazies, Freetail, their little side project. Ghost Pixel does a couple of hazies. I mean, of course, us. So, and Cactus Land, they do a lot of hazies, although they're kind of outside of San Antonio. But, it's kind of picking up. We're just, late to the train, I guess, so to speak. But, you have those people that kind of want to drink, that are big into craft beer here, and then we have the scene where they're trying to get into craft beer and they're not here yet, right?
Yeah.
So just for instance, we had an article not too long ago by a local newspaper. I won't say who it was, but basically they came out with an article saying San Antonio is almost oversaturated for breweries, right?
Wow.
But which is crazy, right? So you figure San Antonio is what, in the top 10 cities in the U.S. as far as population goes?
They're number 10 most popular.
Want to go ahead and we have maybe 14 breweries here.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then you go to places like San Diego that has 300.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we're not like anywhere near saturation at this point.
No, you guys aren't even close.
It's still, a backwards mentality when it comes to some of the things craft beer wise here.
Yeah.
So, it's more about the education thing here and trying to push people to realize there's other things besides Dos Equis and, Coors.
Yeah, it's when y'all when you're looking at San Antonio, where do you like where's because when you go up 35, you kind of get into the New Braunfels, all that area.
Yeah.
San Marcos. I don't typically include them in San Antonio. When I speak San Antonio, I'm speaking San Antonio.
Okay, because like with Houston, we're kind of I'm just as close to like College Station as I am to Galveston, and so I kind of just mash all those together. So we're around 50 or so in the greater Houston area.
I'm gonna say like Guadalupe and New Braunfels and those breweries out there. They're New Braunfels area.
Yeah.
I don't really consider them San Antonio, although I love those guys, but they're not San Antonio.
Yeah, that's the thing. The more we get on the outskirts of town, I think they become their own region, even within Houston. So it's same thing kind of here. But that whole thing about oversaturation, I think that's silly. People I see that on, like, you see it on Reddit, like every 2 months somebody's like, dude, we're oversaturated. Like somebody closes or something. It's like, we've hit the saturation point. The bubbles burst. It's downhill from here. It's like no. I mean, just take a look at why did a particular brewery close?
The breweries that aren't doing too well, will filter themselves out.
Yes.
But I don't think we're oversaturated in San Antonio in the slightest.
Nope. And there's just so many different, ways of going about beer. Like, every brewery has their own personality. It's like you look up this, like as I look at the picture of me on the screen there, I look at the breweries behind me, and every single one of those breweries has their own take on things. None of those breweries are identical. They're not all putting out the same beers. So do we have any San Antonio signs on the wall?
I don't think we do.
Man, you guys are slacking.
I know, right?
Well, somebody needs to send us one.
We'll send you one.
Okay.
Do some weathered souls on the wall.
Yes. Yeah.
We got
enough wall space.
Oops, wrong one again. Yeah, we got room. We got room for.
Look at that. Yeah, we've got so much wall. We got real estate.
Plenty of room.
Our wall isn't even. The signage on our wall is not even close to being oversaturated. No. We haven't hit the sign bubble close. We need more.
Yeah. So, Marcus, we're getting a lot of not a lot. We're getting comments on a certain beard that everyone's loving. Let me see. Kevin says that Urban Savage Body Care beard is looking good.
It made my beard fall
Tell
off.
him this is not the moment for advertisement. JD said it made his beard fall off, so don't use it.
I don't get any of that beard that's falling off.
Tell him I'm charging advertisement fees.
The wig.
Yeah.
Oh wait, does he have beard care? Is that what?
There was a link put on. In there.
Shameless self promotion.
Yeah.
I mean, tip my hat to the ballsy, I guess. You know,
slip one.
It made his beard. It did it.
Game of Thrones Shane.
I use a little beard oil and sometimes some balm. I don't have beard game like.
I do too. Although until I accidentally shaved off most of my beard a couple of weeks ago.
I almost did that, like trying to trim it up and then.
Yep, exactly.
Looking the other way and burnt.
That's all it took.
Yep. And mine, it would take so long to grow back. I'm follically challenged.
I'm upset with my beard. It's not. I can't grow a decent one. It's not thick enough. And then when it does start coming in, it's basically all white.
I mean,
because I'm old.
You are old.
Yeah.
Embrace it. Just go with the white beard, man. Or just get some of that Just for Men. You know, it's like.
I use for men every occasionally. I feel like I'm too young to have grays. And it's starting to streak all right here.
Yeah.
Oh no, they came in. They came in early for me.
And just hung around forever.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah, I was like 27 before I started really growing facial hair.
Yeah.
And then by the time I was like 32, it was basically turning all gray. My facial hair. So I didn't have really a good run with facial hair.
Well, you know, like we can't all be winners.
No,
it's
fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Some people weren't meant to grow fantastic beards like the one back there in the corner.
Right. It is epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, man. I wish. Not everybody's got that game.
I do too. I'm jealous.
Okay. Marcus, what do y'all have coming up beer release wise and event wise and all that kind of good stuff?
Yeah, like next month again, we have the Don't Mess with Texas collabs going on. We should have a barrel-aged sour coming out next month sometime.
Go on. More detail there.
My favorite.
Yeah, so it was a golden sour that we aged in red wine barrels with peaches and mangoes. So we have our own house culture at this point that we developed from dregs of a lot of different popular sour breweries. And then we actually had a lot of I've had a lot of teaching, I guess, experiences from Miraz in El Dorado, California, and then Jeffrey Stuffings at Jester King has been a really big help.
Yes.
Of us getting our sour program started and different things like that. We've already done just a base golden sour. We've done a sour with cherries and raspberries. So this next one is going to be mangoes and peaches. So that should be coming out probably towards the end of month of February as well.
Okay.
Another thing that we got going on is we're currently in the process of expanding.
Yes.
So we're about to bring in 2 60-barrel lager tanks, horizontal lager tanks. That would just be dedicated purely to probably Dale, Pilsners, and our American lager that we've been producing. Again, lagers take a long time, so 6 weeks. And at this point, we can't tie up, our regular production tanks. So we've invested in a couple other tanks to bring in. We're also getting 2 7-barrel stout tanks. So we'll be able to push stouts out a lot more. I know that's what people typically want from us. So we'll be able to do it a lot more. We do self-distribution, so we end up in a place to where I'm not able to do as much experimentation and fun stuff as I want because we have to supply the accounts that we have and different things like that. We're in about 100 locations, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, about 100 locations. So, at this point, it's kind of hard to experiment as much as you want to. You have to still appeal to the masses. So, at this point, those 7-barrel tanks will give me a lot of freedom to be able to experiment and do some of the fun stuff that I know people want from us.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then throughout the course of the year, there'll just be a few more different stout releases. We have our selective membership. So they'll be having a stout release in March where they'll actually get to pick the ingredients that go into the beer. They'll have another beer coming out sometime summertime for their barrel-aged sour, and then they'll have a stout coming out in the end of September for their barrel-aged stout.
Okay.
And then sometime around September, we'll probably go ahead and open up membership slots again.
Oh, cool.
I know we've had a lot of requests for those lately. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and probably implement a couple of different things and reopen slots sometime in September.
Okay.
But for us, it's just a lot of brewing and trying to build our brand at this point. Our stouts are becoming pretty popular, so we're just trying to, ride that wave and see where it takes us.
Yeah. You mentioned horizontal lagering tanks.
Yep.
Now, that the beer nerd in me gets curious. What's the advantage of a horizontal tank versus a vertical?
So the yeast falls out faster, right? It's
okay.
less. Yeah. So our tanks that we actually have are 20% taller than your normal tank, and that was kind of the same space. But in that 20% of it being taller, it also affects as far as the flocculation of yeast dropping out. So it takes a little bit longer for yeast to fall out of the tanks that we currently have.
Okay.
So with lager tanks, yeast will fall out a little bit faster for us, and we'll be able to, bring up that lagering time a little bit faster than what we.
Okay, that makes sense. More area for just for it to fall out. That makes sense. Are you able to stack those tanks?
Yes, they are stackable.
Okay, that's cool. What are you pouring there? Is that
This is the NEPA.
The NEPA. Yeah.
You want to get in on some of this?
I do. I mean, if you're pouring it, and I have an empty glass.
The Made in Texas Juicy New England IPA, dry hopped with Mosaic and what?
What is it? Oh,
you guys are gonna have to help me here.
Motwaka? Matuka? I don't know. Matuka. Motueka. That's exactly what I was going to say next.
You were letting us flounder way too long there.
It's hard to get, but it's a pretty good hop.
What do you know its characteristics? Is it
a lot of tropical fruits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that Mosaic.
I can smell it just with the glass just sitting here.
Yeah, this is a.
Yep.
I wish they made
this is good.
hop aroma cologne. So I can put a little dab on me.
Maybe you should start something there.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. What do you use? Hop oils, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just hop oils.
Just put a little dab on your neck. I don't know. I humble brag. I got to interview Randy Mosher a few weeks ago. He was talking about when you have the volatiles that you smell. Right? There's you don't want to like I attacked this beer with my nose a little too quickly. Mm-hmm. He said you want to start with it and kind of go out here and kind of bring it past you, so that there's some that like when you get in vicinity,
let it waft.
Yeah, that like that.
Yeah,
and then I attack and then you come in.
Do you stick your pinky out as you're sniffing?
No, not while you're sniffing. That's just silly.
Yeah.
No, they tell you that's offensive. You're not supposed to do that.
Put your pinky out?
Yep.
I mean, unless you've got a pretzel or something on your pinky, and then it's all right. I don't know. Or if you're pointing at like, give me more of that beer right there. Or I guess you could just point. No, this beer smells amazing. Motueka. Motueka? Is that what we said? Was that right, Marcus? Motueka?
Motueka.
Motueka.
Yeah.
What kind of a word is that? That sounds like
it almost sounds Spanish to me.
I was gonna say Aztec or some kind of. I don't know. That's delicious.
I think it's a New Zealand hop.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, look, I think like the two places that have great hops that I don't know that they get the hop love from the general public: Idaho and New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Zealand, not just a rugby country.
Nope. New Zealand and Australia have some amazing hops.
Yes. There was a couple of new beer news stories. Is there any?
If anybody currently is interested in Motueka hops, look at our comments. Somebody posted a link.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they for beard care? What are they?
I don't know. I'm not gonna. I made it a policy to never follow any of these links people post.
Are you saying we can't trust our viewers? Is that?
Oh, then somebody. Motueka.
Motueka.
Yeah. Somebody spelled it out phonetically for us.
Oh, there you go.
Thanks, Andrew.
Well, if you were looking to purchase them, they are hard to find. But let's say a recipe called for those, right? When you're trying to homebrew.
Yeah.
If you couldn't find those particular hops, you could probably find a good.
I think I know where you're going with this. Yeah.
Substitute.
Yeah.
At the grain cellar. The grain cellar
It didn't work.
Oh,
I clicked on it.
dang.
Oh, crap.
Is it all locked up now?
No.
This is where I just
we're
say
good.
the
We're
grain
good.
cellar
We're good.
is almost premier homebrew store. One-stop fermenting shop there. Preston, as you can see, bottom left there. That's mid side hug there.
Yeah.
If you go in now and say Liquid Lunch sent you, free hugs.
You're not even touching hips there.
I was going to say all varieties.
That was just an upper hug.
Right. You can do waist up, waist down, however you like to get hugged.
Yeah, that's definitely a waist up.
Preston will hug you up, hug you down, however you need it.
I had the pleasure of brewing with Preston on Monday.
Oh, yeah? What'd y'all brew?
I brewed a Hefeweizen. He made me a recipe called the Kennedy Banana.
So it's small
The
beer.
Kennedy Banana.
Like a low ABV small beer.
Kennedy. Yeah, so it was.
Is that the one that exploded?
That is the one. I came home the other night and it was all over the place.
In your apartment?
Yes, it was just it had like soaked into the rug and stuff. It was
deposits are overrated, right?
It just blew up.
You need to get that thing back.
One of my first home brews in San Antonio, my fermenter blew up and it shot all the way to the ceiling.
Oh,
Did you ever get the color, the stain off the ceiling?
No, it stayed in the wall and the ceiling, and it was there probably. I think I was in that apartment for 2.5 years, and it was there the entire time.
Yeah.
No, I walked in my door the other night and I'm like, why does it smell like bananas in here?
It's time for a BSA, beer service announcement. If you're home brewing, blow-off tubes are where you need to start.
Yes, I
Seriously,
Yeah.
I've only had
well, needed for sure.
I've only had that trouble when I do the Hefeweizens.
They're vigorous yeast.
Yeah, they're nothing else has even come close. But and I love my Hefeweizen.
Yeah, blow-off tube. When you use your jug, like if you use like a gallon jug of water, just cut a hole in it, maybe fill it with water or sanitizer. Put that big blow-off tube right down there into the jug.
Yeah,
should be good. And then if it blows out and leaks out or whatever, then it's just into the jug, catches it all. And you don't have stained ceilings or walls or apartments or banana-smelling apartments.
Yeah.
Although I can think of worse smells.
No,
what does your apartment normally smell like? If you're a single dude, I'm just
Well,
could be worse, right?
I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to get into that right now.
Oh.
Depends what day of the week you walk into my apartment.
Time of day.
Smells. Yeah, time of day. That has a lot to do with it.
Like late afternoon, early afternoon. Okay.
Anyway,
So Andrew, but you can get a blow-off tube at the grain cellar if you need one. He's got plenty of tubes, plenty of tube kegs. If you make cider, Marcus, or mead, or
and I have not gotten into mead yet. Like my palate cannot process the sweetness of mead yet.
Texas has some pretty good meaderies, and
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, Meridian Hive in Austin.
And it's just been so much sweetness. Like I have not been able to get into them.
Well,
ciders I've never done. Something that I do want to get into is I want to try kombucha.
Yeah, I feel like that's the next.
All that's going on at the grain cellar.
Yeah, you can do all that. Yeah. Cheese, if you want to make some cheese, like some fresh mozzarella.
Yeah.
Did you say mozzarella?
I also want to start. So I've been getting into bourbon as far as drinking lately. So I want to buy like a small still and start distilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was over there brewing, Preston was also, he can do anything, I've discovered.
Oh, he's a mad scientist.
Yeah. He was making a still.
Yes.
Okay.
Like actually doing some soldering.
Yeah.
Drilling holes in copper, soldering stuff, making a still.
For research purposes.
No, for another.
Entertainment purposes.
Yeah, for a customer.
For research purposes. Not for, I don't know. Can you home distill? Is that?
I want to say in Texas you're allowed to home distill.
You just can't sell it, obviously.
I think you can home distill.
Okay.
You're allowed to home distill in the state of Texas.
That's good. That's good. Okay. I just watched a lot of the Andy Griffith Show growing up, and they're always finding somebody, with moonshine.
Yeah, you're watching the Moonshiner show?
No, Well, I mean, it's okay. It's all. You know what? All that stuff is scripted. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. But I'm just saying, like Andy Griffith. I feel like the Andy Griffith show that was pretty spot on of life back then. And Barney would go in.
It's like when the Andy Griffith show was hosting reruns.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. So anyway, they'd all smash it up though. Or then Barney would get a hold of the hard cider he didn't know, and then drink too much, and you'd get drunk Barney.
Yeah.
And the hair would come down.
Yeah.
Don Knotts was hilarious.
Also, while I was there brewing, there's a lot of stuff goes on at the grain cellar.
Yes.
He kegged some cider
There you go.
while I was over.
Was it his normal cider that's like 12%? His 9% cider. He's got
No, it was only about a sixer.
Usually, yeah, 6%.
Yeah.
That's kind of where juice will top out. It just left to its own devices. Just a little English ale yeast or something. Yeah, it usually hits like 5.5%, 6%, something like that.
Yeah, I want to try to do a cider in the near future.
And they're easy.
It's just
Super easy.
It's just apple juice and yeast.
Yeah, you can add stuff. I dry hopped a cider. I did a cherry cider with, and then I dry hopped with Citra hops. And
Interesting.
yeah, it turned out pretty good. We drank a lot of it. Mm-hmm. Maybe too much of it. But no, you can do anything with cider. Cider's great. Add different fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the cider's probably the best. Like, so wine is super fast up front, but then you have to wait on the back end. Beer, work intensive on the front end, especially if you're doing all grain, right?
Yep.
But then it's quicker.
Yep.
Cider is kind of the best of both worlds because it's pretty quick on both ends. So, if you want to just try a fermented beverage, maybe cider, that's it. You just get some juice, throw in some yeast.
Yeah.
That's
it.
Boom. There you go. But you can get all that stuff at the Grain Cellar, which is actually close to Ingenious.
Yes.
Out there in Humble.
That's true. Last weekend when I went to Ingenious, after we went there, we made a stop at the grain cellar.
There you go. The Grain Cellar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Maybe some of the ingredients in this Ingenious beer came from the Grain Cellar. Maybe some of the collaboration that they've done with Weathered Souls came from. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
I believe you meant collaboration.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, what else do we need to discuss? Oh, I had there was a couple of beer news stories. One, Marcus, you said you self-distribute. So, your opinions on the legislation coming up for to-go sales for production breweries and that sort of thing? Do you have? I don't know. Do you have any opinions on the Texas beer laws and that sort of thing?
The Texas beer laws are horrible.
Yeah.
God awful. It's still pretty archaic as the way that they kind of treat breweries and different things like that. And it's more so geared towards distributors and obviously the people that are in it to make money. So, hopefully things change. Hopefully they, get a grip on what's going on. But when money is involved, I doubt it.
Yeah, there's a bill. It doesn't really. Well, I guess it kind of affects beer sales, but there was a bill that was just filed. I guess they filed them or whatever. Pitched I don't know what they do. Introduced to allow liquor stores to legally open on Sunday. So maybe that would be.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Or past 9 o'clock. So when I originally moved to San Antonio, the first week I moved here, I wanted to go out.
Uh-huh.
So, in California, they sell liquor until 2 a.m.
Yep.
So we would literally get out of the club at 1:30, go to the liquor store before it closed, or the gas station before it closed, buy more liquor and drink continuously throughout the night.
Uh-huh.
So when I first moved here, it was like, okay, I think I'm going to go out tonight. It was like 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
Because who goes out before 11 o'clock? So I'm driving around and I'm like, why are all these liquor stores closed? Why are all these liquor stores closed? And then somebody ended up telling me, liquor stores in Texas close at 9 o'clock. I'm like, what? Really?
Yeah.
9 o'clock?
Yeah.
And they're closed Sunday? Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just archaic laws that they still have here. And, hopefully they end up changing. Because to me, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go back. I should have gotten the copy of what the bill will allow. I know it's Sunday, sales for liquor stores, which I'm not sure that they're all the liquor stores themselves. I think they kind of enjoyed, Sunday it's a day we can't.
Yeah, you don't. If you work,
Gotta stay home. Can't, sorry. I don't know.
You get a Sunday off.
Yeah, well, competition would push them to be open. And I wish grocery stores could sell liquor. Go to HEB and just grab. I know that's a whole.
They can in Louisiana.
Well, they can in a lot of places. And I want this one to change. That beer before noon at the grocery store on Sunday.
On Sundays, that definitely needs to change.
That's the worst.
Another thing that I discovered when I first moved here, and I went, and the lady was like, "What are you doing, sir? You can't put beer in your basket at 9 a.m. What do you mean I can't put beer in my basket at 9 a.m.? How does it sell to noon? Like, what?"
Yeah, that is the worst. Yeah, and nobody remembers that. We do our grocery, like we'll go to church and then we'll go do our grocery shopping after we get out, like at 11. There's like 7 people in line with us that have bought beer and wine for the week or the day or whatever. And everybody, like the first one gets up there like, "Oh, sorry, we can't do this until noon." And you see everybody just, just the show, everybody just, and there's a stack of bottles and cans that can't be purchased. They lost out. Uh-oh. Oh, there he is. He's back.
All right.
It's all good.
Back.
It's all good.
Slight glitch.
It was us talking about the blue laws. Turn the screen blue.
And then all those people who watching football that the games that start at noon.
Yeah. No, it's silly. It's silly. It needs to change. I don't know the upside to it. It's just been there forever, and nobody wanted to mess with it. So it looks like things are starting to turn around, though. So we'll see.
I hope so.
I do too.
It'll make things a lot easier.
Yes, I wish they'd open up for like collaborations. When you talk about collaborations, you have to only one of the breweries.
Collaborations.
Okay, dude. Only one of the breweries can release it, right? It can't be like it has to be approved for. But how does that work? Like with
so basically, what would have to happen for 2 breweries to release the same beer that was brewed at one brewery is they would both have to probably be brew pubs. And then the other brewery would have to go ahead and purchase the beer from the brewery where it was actually produced. So typically when we do collaborations, it's only released at the brewery that it's actually brewed at.
Oh. Well, how does that help anybody?
It doesn't. Not one bit.
Where's that coming from?
But that's TABC laws for you.
Yeah.
What just happened? Why are we hearing echoes?
And I think it's on Marcos, is it? Marcos, is it? Marcos. I don't know. Now I'm really confused. Marcus, I'm hearing myself back.
I don't know. I'm not hearing any feedback.
Well.
Did you hit the wrong button over there?
I have not touched anything.
No, I'm talking to Josh.
Me?
Yeah.
No. I don't know. Well, how about we do this? How about we wrap up the interview here? And because hearing yourself, I'm going to just take my headphones off. How about that? And we'll let it do its thing. Marcus, give us a little bit of.
Wow.
Is it still going?
No, you moved your headphones and it stopped.
Did it stop? How about now? Oh, there we go. It fixed itself.
Oh, I guess it just fixed itself.
All right. Science.
Yeah.
I'm an engineer.
Yeah. That's what happens. That's usually what happens around here.
Okay. Well, Marcus, people travel. I saw a friend of the show, Danny. He's traveling to San Antonio later today from Wichita Falls, and people like Danny coming San Antonio way. Maybe they're coming from Houston to watch the Rockets beat the Spurs, or maybe they're coming from Dallas.
Laker fans. So doesn't affect me.
Are y'all gonna get Anthony Davis?
I hope so. I hope that works out.
You mean Unibrow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like.
I hope that works out 100%. Yeah. That's what it's looking like.
I don't know. I mean, what do you do to take on Golden State? I got to do something like that. You got to have 2.
Yeah, I mean, they're like the monsters at this point.
Yeah.
They have an all-star in every position.
Yeah, they do. Like legit. They're like the
seriously. All-star in all starting 5 positions.
Yeah, I guess I'm fine with it. As I don't want. I mean, let people go where they want. I don't know. I think you're gonna end up with 2 or 3 like great teams, and then a bunch of other like also ran kind of deal because everybody's gonna want to go to one place. Or 2 places or whatever. So I don't know. Lakers fan, eh? I respect that, I guess. I mean, you're not, but you're from Sacramento, and so not a Kings fan.
Definitely not. My dad is from Compton. So.
Okay. Okay.
I've been a Laker fan my whole life.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be rough being a Kings fan.
Yeah.
They were good for about...
they were never good.
They were good for about 10 minutes back in the late 90s.
Kings, 2002, and they have a Western Conference final participation banner.
Yeah. No, what was that? Chris Webber and Michael Bibby and who else was on that team?
They participated with Peja and
Stojakovic.
Chris Webber.
Yeah, they were fun to watch. You remember that fight they got in with? It was who was it? Rick Fox and...
Yep.
Who was that? Rick Fox and
Doug Christie.
Yeah, and they ran around to the back of the thing. There was almost a fight the other night. Who was it? It was who was it that they would like meet me back there? It was I watched too much basketball. It was who was it? I can see his face. Was it not the Hawks? Was it the Hawks? Hawks are rough. Hawks and obviously it wasn't that big a deal. But anyway. Well, I guess what the track I was going to go on with that question was, people watching outside of San Antonio right now. I guess give them the pitch on, what do they need to come to see Weathered Souls and your scene there, and I guess the greater Houston area. What do they need to know? Like, what are the high points? When are you open and all that kind of good stuff?
All right, so we're open Tuesday through Sunday.
Okay.
From Thursday through Sunday, we open earlier, so 11 o'clock Thursday, 11 o'clock Friday, noon Saturday, and 1 o'clock on Sunday. At this point, we release special releases every Thursday. So for about the last year and a half, every Thursday we have a special release that we come out with. It varies anywhere from stouts, milkshake, kettle sours, whatever I feel fancy about at the time. Typically Saturdays are bottle release days, so we do bottle releases probably once or maybe twice a month, depending on what we have going on. I've tried not to release so many, so we're not diving in everybody's pocketbooks. But it's always fun to come up with new stuff and release different products. So again, next year we're going to be releasing a few new releases as far as stouts in bottles, a sour in bottles, different things like that, and kind of follow up from there. We had a pretty good bottle release last weekend dealing with double barrel Mostra Cabernet. So we did a beer exclusively for the Mostra 5th anniversary festival. Mm-hmm. And so basically what it was a barrel-aged imperial stout. So we aged it for 9 months in Blanton's barrels, then 9 months in apple brandy barrels, 3 months in Blanton barrels, and then we added 2 different types of coconut, brownie batter, and cacao nibs. So that was a beer that we released last weekend that got pretty good popularity. We ended up selling out the full allotment by about 10 o'clock in the morning. We don't open until noon, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of trying to follow up on that success at this point and try to release a few different stouts, that people are like, and kind of, ride the stout wave while we have it.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, Danny, I hope he took all that in. Danny driving in from Wichita Falls to San Antonio.
Somebody, a Wes Brewer.
Yes.
Apparently, he brushes his teeth with DB Cavernous.
And what's funny is somebody just sent me flashed a picture of Wes in my window right here. So
yeah,
I don't think Wes brushes his teeth with DB Cav because he wasn't in line on Saturday. Yeah. But who knows?
Okay. I mean, is it recommended by dentists? 4 out of 5.
I'm sure it doesn't hurt. I'm sure it's fine.
I don't know.
It's fine.
I've never brushed my teeth with a.
You never brushed your teeth
with a beer?
Oh,
you might enjoy it.
Probably. Yeah. Why do we only stick with mint flavor?
Yeah, I get to do shower beer.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Anything else we need to hit on before we wrap up the old show and interview and all that good stuff?
No, Mark, is there anything else you want to promote? Anything else you need to tell us what's going on at Weather Souls?
It's just always we're releasing new stuff every Thursday. Check out our upcoming bottle releases, different things like that. I know I do want to do a barley wine this year, a couple of other little things that I haven't done yet that people been asking for.
English or American barley wine?
American.
Okay, I have to ask you this. It is your birthday today.
Yeah.
What life goals do you have for this year? What?
He's gonna.
So my goals for this year, you typically suit around the brewery. So my goal this year is to hit 3,000 barrels a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And to hit a specific amount of profit, so I get my nice bonus this year. That's what my life goals are.
Okay.
Also expecting a baby sometime in May.
All right.
Yeah.
Getting ready for that. And yeah, that's about it.
That seems like enough. That's
exactly. Yeah.
That's a full plate.
Between work and a 2-year-old and an upcoming baby, I think that's more than enough to keep me occupied for a while.
Yeah, that's a good range. My kids are 2 years apart. I got 3, so the oldest is 12, and then the twins are 10. That's a good that's a good range. So
I was so happy we didn't end up with twins because twins run in both sides of our families.
Yeah,
mine
it's
too.
not so bad. If you don't like sleep or personal time, I mean it's it's fine.
Both of my grandmothers are twins.
Yeah.
And
there you go. Go get to work, man.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna have kids at this point. So.
Well, not sitting here, you're not.
You don't know that.
Never know.
I mean, I'm saying like literally sitting here.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know what's going on under the table.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on under this table.
Okay. I think that's
I don't think you want to know what's going on under this table.
No, I don't. You're right. All right. Well, Marcus, we don't want to take you from the rest of your day, but we do.
I'm saying a shameless plug.
Oh.
So somebody else just came and visited me right now.
Yeah.
So we have
You can
Peter
be a
Peter from Long Road Coffee Company out here in San Antonio.
Oh, hey.
He typically does a lot of our coffee outside of when we use Mostra Coffee out in San Diego.
Uh-huh.
So this guy right here, if you guys ever need some coffee, he makes probably the best coffee I've ever had in San Antonio.
Can it be ordered online?
Not at this time, but you can send me a message online for sure.
On Facebook, definitely. So
Okay. What was the name one more time?
Long Road Coffee.
Long Road Coffee.
Long Road Coffee.
Okay.
Long Road's one word. Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook. All right. I love coffee. I want to do like a whole coffee show.
Coffee is amazing.
Let me know.
I love it. I love coffee. I drink like 3 cups every morning. What's the best way to brew coffee?
Typically, and that lasts me for the day.
Yeah.
Switch to cold brew.
Cold brew. Yeah. Okay. So what are the advantages? Cold brew versus like say a French press or
Well, it's more concentrated, so you have to drink less, but then also you get less of that bitterness and acidity. Mm-hmm. So for me, I have terrible stomach issues. So cold brew typically does not have me running to the bathroom after taking 5 sips.
Okay. Good pro tip for sure.
Yep.
Okay. What about on a cold brew? What about the grind? Does it need to be coarse, fine? How do we like pretty coarse?
Coarse grind.
Okay.
All right, I bet you
12 and 18 hours.
Yep.
18?
Yeah.
12 to 18.
12 to 18. Filtered with like cold water? Like you start with like
Yeah, you want to use cold water. Filter cold.
Like out of the through the fridge filter like cold.
Yeah, you can use that.
Okay.
All right, the link's on our comments.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
What about the ratio of water to like how much coffee?
Oh, you coffee nerds.
It really depends on what you're going for. So if you're planning to add a lot of water or milk to it because you want it to last, you can do like a 9-to-1 ratio, and that's grams of coffee to mLs of water. So 1 gram of coffee to 9 mLs of water. If you want it straight drinkable, I use about a 1 to 14 or a 1 to 13 ratio.
Okay. And then the cold brew, you can then heat up the cold brew like in the morning if you want hot coffee, right?
You don't want to do that.
You can, though.
What's the best process for heating it up?
You can just throw it on the stovetop, or you can microwave it. But,
Yeah. Okay.
I think cold brew is good as cold as well.
Yeah. Do you ever put it on nitro tap? I've had that before, and that was...
Yeah, so we typically keep long road coffee on tap at Weather Souls. On nitro.
Okay. That's it. Road trip. We're going. We're coming. We're coming that way. All right. Well, good stuff. All right. Well,
We've never been to San Antonio, so.
Well, I mean, we've been there, just not for the show.
Show's never been there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We're making plans. We're gonna ride it out. That's our life goal for this year.
You'll also have to host one day in the tap room.
Oh, we need to do it. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work.
How's your internet there?
That's obviously pretty good.
Internet is fantastic.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's obviously it's been spot on the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No issues today, right?
Just that blue screen when we're talking about the blue laws, but other than that,
Yeah. Well, and it was only up for a few seconds.
right?
So,
I mean, the Texas government, they keep an eye on stuff like that.
Yeah,
They
they try to censor us.
there's the big distributor lobby. They don't like people talking too much about stuff. See, we're about to get shut down now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Marcus, thank you so much. And Weathered Soul. Anytime, literally, like anytime you want to come on, just let us know. Promote anything or just be a part of the show. This has been a blast. So
yeah, absolutely.
So
all right, gentlemen, and we'll have to get you guys some beer. So next time you're not opening other breweries.
Yeah.
You got some Weather Souls out there.
Yes.
Did we hold on? Did we ask this question?
What?
Do you guys distribute to Houston?
So we have Hop Drop in Houston.
Right.
So you guys can hit up Hop Drop and order stuff specifically from the brewery.
Okay.
Okay. So Hop Drop.
Hop Drop.
Cool.
Shout out to Hop
Souls.
Drop.
Yeah.
All right. Those guys do good work. Cool. All right. Well, we'll do that. Absolutely. Let's mark it down and we'll schedule.
Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Will do.
Yeah, and happy birthday once
Yes.
again.
Happy birthday once again.
Thanks for spending your
Party today. It's a celebration.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for spending your birthday with us.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Talk to you later, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus, Weathered Souls. That's fun.
Hey, that's cool.
It was the best.
Oh.
Waving bye to him.
Yeah, bye, Ma.
It's this was cool stuff. This show is just awesome.
He's still there.
No, I shut down the call.
Oh.
It's just on your end, I guess. You do what you need to do.
No, I'm not gonna. We told him bye.
Yeah, it would be awkward now to put him back up now, right?
Would it?
I don't. No, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Huh?
No, I'm just saying, shut down. End the call.
It's not. It's. Is that so? It's awkward now.
Yeah, this is awkward.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. No, that's. I want to get to San Antonio, man.
I do too. Julie and I went last year. Visited a couple breweries. We did not go to Weathered Souls. And I'm kind of.
Not all trips can be 100.
I kind of wish we did, but you only got so many.
You only have so much time.
So much time.
Yeah. So
And while San Antonio only has like 14 breweries
in San Antonio.
It's hard to visit 14 breweries in 2 days.
I mean, that's life goals.
Yeah.
That's life goals. That's you got to really concentrate. How many days?
I was there for Julie and I went for 2 days.
2 days. It's 7 a day.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I mean, we could do that, but then you don't get to go to the Alamo.
You've seen it one. And now that you've seen it,
I've seen it, but Julie, she's not Texan.
she had not seen it,
Yeah,
but
not
she's
Texan.
seen it now.
Yeah, now we're good.
So you don't need to see it again. There's no basement.
Nah, if we went back, it would be all breweries.
Yeah, the Riverwalk's cool,
The Riverwalk's cool.
but once you've seen it, get down to business.
Yeah, the zoo's cool.
The zoo's fine.
The Japanese gardens are cool.
Yeah, sure. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't even know what those are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, just go to the breweries. All right. Well, what else we got to talk about? Oh, the real quick, the couple stories that I had.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the polar vortex? Do you know what the polar vortex is?
Does that have to do with all the cold weather we've been having?
Yeah, the polar vortex has landed over the Midwest.
Yeah.
like Chicago,
Yeah, Chicago's
Minnesota,
like been the coldest it's been in recorded history.
Negative,
ever in recorded history.
like wind chills of negative 60.
Yeah.
Well, because it's so cold, they can't deliver beer.
Oh.
Like, so when the beer supplies run out at the grocery stores and things like that, if this cold wet, the vortex doesn't travel back to the North Pole.
Yeah, they may not be delivering beer, but no one's getting out of their houses either.
That's not, those people are pretty hardy up there.
No one's driving in that crap, right?
I don't know that they're getting a ton of snow. It's just that it's so cold. I think they are getting out.
It's just that cold. Like the roads are relatively dry and stuff. So
I don't know how much snow. I think they're used to. I think they're used to snow up there.
Yeah,
no
one's used to like less than freezing temperatures.
No, they are not.
No one gets
less than freezing, under 32. Absolutely, it's that way for like 6-7 months out of the year up there, like Minnesota, North Dakota. Ugh. But when it gets to be negative 16, like the actual temperature negative 16, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, and the negative 30. I mean, forget about it.
Yeah, but there was a story out yesterday that the distributors, they can't even distribute the beer.
Yeah,
a whole keg of beer will freeze. Not instantly, but just within minutes. It's so because they don't have heated trucks, right? They have refrigerated trucks for midsummer, but who would want to have a heated beer truck? There's like 3 people that have them, and so to get the beer to the places,
you're in Alaska or something. They probably have heated beer trucks there,
right? It's actually colder in like around Chicago than it is in parts of Antarctica.
Yeah,
that's how cold it is.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah, so
it was like minus 30.
Yeah.
That's without the wind chill factor.
Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, their beer is freezing up there. And I just want to say we're here in solidarity.
I wonder if their beer is like freezing in their warehouses.
I think those are insulated. I mean, just as long as it stays above freezing. It's just going to stay above 32, right? And
when it's negative 32, I think it's a big chore to be able to stay above 32.
Right. But what I'm saying is like they've got those space heaters and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
beer, the kegs will be a little harder to freeze.
I think at like negative 30, like no one's coming into work. No one's working up there, right?
I don't know.
People are staying at home.
I would stay at home. I stay at home here, and if it gets below 60, like I was going to say, we're in solidarity with all of y'all in the north.
Yeah.
It barely is getting into the 60s here today in Houston, and man, I'm going to have to go get a coat before I leave the house. So there's that. We were talking to Marcus about collaborations that he's doing with One Ingenious and other breweries around Texas. Rodenbach. Have you ever had Rodenbach, like the Rodenbach Grain Crew? Did ever?
I want to say yes. I have.
We shared that maybe?
Yeah, I want to say from my time in Europe, I think I've had it.
It's fantastic beer, right? It's one of those beers that kind of opened my eyes to what beer could be past traditional styles, although they've been around for a very long time. They're doing their first collaboration. They're doing a collaboration with Dogfish Head.
Really?
Yeah, I mentioned Dogfish Head earlier for the what they call it, the Pennsylvania tuxedo, which is all plaid.
Oh.
That was the spruce tip beer.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the Canadian tuxedo.
That's all denim, right?
It's all denim.
Yeah. The Dogfish Head Sea Quench Ale, which is their Goza.
Oh, that's.
Have you had that one?
No, but that's a really good name for a beer.
It's a good beer, or it's a good name for a beer, but it's a really good beer too. It's super drinkable, great. I think it's when somebody like Dogfish Head does it, it's one of their top selling beers now.
Yeah.
So I think it's really opened the eyes of people in the general craft beer drinking public to what a Goza can be. It's a really, really good Goza. But anyway, so because of that, Rodenbach with their mixed culture beers and stuff, they're going to do a collaboration with Dogfish Head. So that'll be really interesting to see what they do there. I don't have any other news. That was all my beer news.
Yeah, it seems like as soon as Marcus left, everybody left.
That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
This is all bonus.
No one wants to see us.
Well,
I mean, me.
Whatever. It's fine. All right. Well, then let's wrap up the show. What do you say?
Except somebody just joined.
Who joined?
Mrs. Kelly Stewart.
Oh, hi, Kelly. Yeah. Joined just in time. You can
yeah.
shuttle back and watch the earlier part of the show. I'm gonna hit some music here.
Yeah.
Because you can't stay all day at lunch if you don't go back to work. the boss is going to get upset. They're going to notice after a while. You can do it every once in a while. Take the long lunch.
Yeah.
Maybe even pop in around 3 o'clock and be like, hey, you need anything? Then no, and then back out, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he must have been just busy all day long. That's what you got to do. But, yeah, a good hour and a half lunch. That's fine.
Yeah.
Have a beer. Too.
Yeah.
Something good to eat.
A drinking lunch?
Yeah.
Or a liquid lunch?
A liquid lunch. Maybe Mexican lager with some tacos from...
Ozzy hasn't left anywhere. Thank you, Ozzy.
No, thanks, Ozzy. Jose's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's another thing. If y'all are driving around...
And Kelly would like a little bit more enthusiasm.
From who?
From you.
I'm
assuming. Not
all right,
me.
Kelly, I'll come show you some enthusiasm here in just a second.
Oh, no.
You got
I'm
it.
still here.
No, you won't be. All right. So, anyway, a big
boy.
thanks to Marcus and Weathered Souls for being on today.
I got to get out of here.
Yes, you do. That's why I'm wrapping this show
Oh,
up.
I got to get...
Things just got awkward.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks to Marcus for being on the show today. Weathered Souls. If you're in San Antonio, go by and tell them Liquid Lunch sent you. Go try some of their fantastic beers and, yep. Mm-hmm. So, there we go. There you go.
Yeah.
She's my only groupie. It's the only one I need, though.
Stop it.
Okay.
She says.
I'll stop it.
Stop it.
Stop
She
it.
says. Yeah.
Long Road Coffee Company.
That's cool. But we don't get enough San Antonio on the show.
No, we don't.
I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Need a little more San Antonio. Need a little more Alamo City in your life. That's what you need. But we need all of Texas. So this Texas, the show is for you as I talk while the music goes. And, hey, plans in the works right now. We're going to do a show live from the grain cellar.
Coming
up?
Huh?
What?
We need to say what we're doing next week.
What are we doing next week?
Well, we have a certain Houston brewery represented here
Yeah?
by the name of 4J.
Uh-huh.
And Jennifer,
Yeah?
who is, I have a lot in common with her.
From Alabama?
No, we've both been featured in calendars.
Oh. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Jennifer will be on from 4J Brewery next week.
Yeah,
And that's going to be a lot of fun.
she's been in a calendar
From the Spring Branch.
I've been, if you notice, right there. There's another person posing in front of a calendar.
Yeah. There's all that.
Yeah.
So.
We're both attractive people, and we both have calendars.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks to everybody for listening today. Ozzy, thank you. Jose, thank you. Kelly, thank you. Danny, thank you. Brock, thank you. Jules, jump on today.
Jules was on.
Thanks, Jules, and everybody else. Thanks to the Grain Cellar. If you're doing your Amazon shopping, go to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon. All those click-throughs help us keep the wind in the sails here. And thanks, everybody, for listening and watching and being a part. We'll see you next week. For Kennedy, I'm Josh. We'll see you next week on Liquid Lunch.
For beer.